Heather Locklear, Tom Cruise. These names are synonymous with Hollywood glamour. They've graced our screens for decades, captivating us with their talent and charisma. From iconic roles to blockbuster hits, their careers are the stuff of Hollywood legend. Locklear, a blonde bombshell, stole hearts in Dynasty and Melrose Place. Cruise, the epitome of a Hollywood heartthrob, became an action hero in Top Gun and the Mission Impossible franchise. Their on-screen presence is undeniable. But what happens when the cameras stop rolling? What happens when these two titans of the entertainment industry decide to go on a date? The story of Heather Locklear and Tom Cruise's date has all the makings of a Hollywood blockbuster. It's a tale filled with unexpected twists, spontaneous moments, and a glimpse into the lives of two of the world's most recognizable stars. Imagine a world where the paparazzi lurk around every corner, hungry for a glimpse of your private life. For celebrities like Locklear and Cruise, dating is anything but ordinary. Every stolen glance, every shared laugh becomes headline news. The pressure is immense. Dating in the public eye is like living in a fishbowl. Privacy becomes a luxury few can afford. Every move is scrutinized, every word dissected. Can love blossom under such intense pressure? The constant scrutiny can make even the simplest gestures seem staged. A casual coffee date becomes a paparazzi feeding frenzy. A romantic dinner turns into tabloid fodder. It's no wonder celebrities often struggle to find genuine connections amidst the chaos. Imagine being Heather Locklear or Tom Cruise for a moment. Every time you step out your door, you're met with a barrage of flashing lights and screaming fans. The pressure to maintain a perfect image is relentless. Fans project their own fantasies onto their favorite stars. They expect them to be flawless, both on and off screen. This expectation can be a heavy burden to bear, especially in the world of dating. Section 2. Living in a fishbowl. For celebrities like Locklear and Cruise, privacy is a rare commodity. Every relationship is dissected by the media. Every argument becomes a tabloid scandal. It's like living your life under a microscope, with the whole world watching and judging your every move. Imagine not being able to enjoy a simple dinner date without cameras capturing every bite you take. The lack of privacy can take a toll on even the strongest of relationships. Section 3. The price of privacy. The desire for a normal dating life often clashes with the demands of fame. Celebrities have to go to extraordinary lengths to protect their privacy. Secret rendezvous, disguised outings, and coded language become the norm. But even then, the paparazzi always seem to be one step ahead. The price of fame is often paid in lost privacy, and for some, it's a price too high to bear. Section 1. A table for two. The stage was set for a night of enchantment. Picture this: a secluded corner table at one of LA's most exclusive restaurants. Soft lighting casting a warm glow on the pristine white tablecloth. A single flickering candle casting dancing shadows on the walls. The air was thick with anticipation as Heather Locklear, a vision of elegance, arrived at the restaurant. Her heart raced with a mix of nerves and excitement. This wasn't just any date. This was a date with Tom Cruise. The clinking of champagne glasses punctuated the air as Tom Cruise, looking dapper in a tailored suit, greeted Locklear with a disarming smile. The ice was broken. Conversation flowed easily between them, fueled by nervous sips of bubbly and shared laughter. They were two Hollywood heavyweights, yet in that intimate setting they were just a man and a woman getting to know each other. As the night unfolded, stories tumbled out, each more captivating than the last. Cruise, ever the charmer, regaled Locklear with tales from his latest action-packed film set. She in turn shared amusing anecdotes from the world of primetime television. They spoke of the pressures of fame, the challenges of maintaining privacy, and the shared dream of finding love in a city that thrived on spectacle. With each passing moment, the masks of celebrity began to slip away, revealing the genuine people beneath. Locklear saw past the action hero persona to the dedicated artist, the relentless perfectionist. Cruise, in turn, glimpsed the vulnerability behind the dazzling smile, the strength beneath the glamorous exterior. They connected on a human level, their shared experiences forging a bond that transcended the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. The gentle murmur of conversation and the soft clinking of silverware were interrupted by a low rumble that seemed to reverberate through the very foundation of the restaurant. It was a sound that spoke of power, of precision, of something extraordinary about to unfold. Heather Locklear, her curiosity piqued, couldn't help but turn her head towards the source of the growing commotion. Outside, the valet scrambled, their faces a mixture of awe and apprehension, as a sleek, black sports car, its engine purring like a predatory cat, glided to a stop in front of the restaurant. The car, low to the ground and radiating an aura of speed and sophistication, was a machine designed to make a statement. Its arrival had an almost cinematic quality, as if a scene from one of Cruise's action films was about to spill over into real life. The valet, with practiced care, opened the driver's side door, and out stepped Tom Cruise, every bit the movie star, his smile as dazzling as the flashing lights that erupted from seemingly nowhere. The paparazzi, always lurking, always hungry for the perfect shot, had caught wind of the date and were now jockeying for position, their cameras clicking furiously. Heather Locklear, watching the unfolding scene with a mixture of amusement and intrigue, couldn't help but chuckle at the sheer audacity of it all. Here she was, on a date with Tom Cruise, and he had just made an entrance that would make even James Bond envious. The contrast between the intimacy of their dinner conversation and the sudden chaos of Cruise's arrival was jarring, yet exhilarating. It was as if the boundaries between their carefully constructed world and the frenzy of his superstar life had momentarily blurred. In that brief moment, as Cruise navigated the throng of paparazzi, his hand reaching out to guide her through the flashing lights, Heather caught a glimpse of the man behind the megawatt smile. There was a hint of weariness in his eyes, a sense of resignation to the relentless scrutiny that came with his level of fame. Yet, his smile never faltered, his charm never dimmed. He was a master of navigating the spotlight, of using it to his advantage, and for a fleeting moment, Heather felt a surge of sympathy for the price he paid for his extraordinary life. The sleek black sports car, now a sanctuary from the prying eyes of the paparazzi, roared to life, its engine a symphony of power and precision. Heather Locklear, settling into the luxurious leather seat, felt a surge of excitement course through her veins. This wasn't how she had envisioned the evening unfolding, but there was an undeniable thrill in the unexpected. As Tom Cruise maneuvered the car through the crowded streets of LA, the city lights blurring into a kaleidoscope of colors, Heather couldn't help but feel a sense of liberation. The confines of the restaurant, the stifling atmosphere of Hollywood expectations, all of it seemed to fade away as the open road beckoned. The car, a symbol of Cruise's need for speed, hugged the curves of the winding canyon roads with effortless grace. Heather, her hair whipping in the wind, felt a rush of adrenaline as Cruise pushed the car to its limits. The world outside became a blur of motion, the city lights twinkling like distant stars. With each exhilarating turn, each burst of acceleration, the weight of their celebrity seemed to lift, replaced by a sense of pure, unadulterated freedom. For a brief moment, they were just two people, caught up in the thrill of the ride, their laughter echoing through the canyons. As the car sped through the night, the conversation between Heather and Tom ebbed and flowed, punctuated by moments of comfortable silence. There was no need for forced conversation, no pressure to fill the void. The shared experience, the adrenaline coursing through their veins, created a connection that transcended words. In that moment, lost in the beauty of the night, surrounded by the intoxicating scent of pine and the symphony of the engine, Heather felt a sense of peace she had almost forgotten. The constant scrutiny, the relentless pressure of fame, all of it seemed to melt away, leaving only the present moment. Heather, stealing glances at Tom as he navigated the winding roads with a confidence that bordered on arrogance, saw a different side of the Hollywood icon. Gone was the charming, polished movie star, replaced by someone more raw, more visceral. His hands gripped the steering wheel with a quiet intensity, his eyes focused on the road ahead. There was a sense of liberation in his movements, a freedom that came from pushing boundaries, from testing limits. It was both exhilarating and a little frightening, this glimpse into the heart of a man who seemed to thrive on adrenaline and risk. The roar of the engine, which had become a comforting soundtrack to their spontaneous adventure, was abruptly silenced. The sleek black sports car, as if sensing a shift in energy, rolled to a stop on the shoulder of the winding canyon road. Heather Locklear, caught off guard by the sudden halt, turned to Tom Cruise, a silent question forming on her lips. The air, thick with the scent of pine and the lingering heat of the engine, crackled with anticipation. Outside, the city lights twinkled like a million distant eyes, but up here, on this secluded stretch of road, they were enveloped in darkness, the silence broken only by the gentle chirping of crickets. Tom, a mischievous glint in his eyes, turned to Heather, a slow smile spreading across his face. Without a word, he opened the car door and stepped out into the cool night air. Heather watched, a mixture of curiosity and amusement bubbling inside her, as Tom, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, began to move. His movements were fluid, graceful, unexpected. He moved with a confidence that belied his Hollywood persona, his body swaying to a rhythm only he could hear. It was as if the spirit of the night had taken hold of him, compelling him to shed his inhibitions and embrace the freedom of the moment. Heather, initially speechless with surprise, couldn't help but laugh. It was a laugh born of pure delight, of witnessing a side of Tom Cruise that few had ever seen. The man who had captivated audiences with his intensity, his brooding good looks, was now dancing under the moonlight, his movements as carefree and uninhibited as a child's. The contrast was as startling as it was endearing. It was as if the weight of his fame, the pressure of constantly being Tom Cruise, had momentarily lifted, revealing a glimpse of the genuine, light-hearted soul beneath. As Tom continued to dance, his movements growing more animated, more expressive, Heather found herself drawn into his orbit. She stepped out of the car, her own laughter mingling with the music playing softly on the car stereo. For a few precious minutes they danced together under the stars, two souls connecting in the most unexpected of ways. There was no pretense, no self-consciousness, just pure, unadulterated joy. It was a moment suspended in time, a memory that would forever be etched in their hearts, a testament to the power of spontaneity and the freedom that comes from letting go. Heather Locklear's date with Tom Cruise wasn't just a date. It was a glimpse behind the curtain of Hollywood glamour. We often forget that celebrities, despite their fame and fortune, are just people navigating the complexities of life, love, and everything in between. This date, with its unexpected twists and turns, reminds us that even the most famous among us crave genuine connection, spontaneous adventure, and moments of pure, unadulterated joy. Locklear's story invites us to see beyond the carefully crafted personas, the red carpet appearances, and the tabloid headlines, and to recognize the human beings at the heart of the Hollywood machine. What is it about celebrity dating that captivates our imaginations? Perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the glimpse into a world that seems both glamorous and unattainable. We devour stories of whirlwind romances, secret rendezvous, and the inevitable heartbreaks, living vicariously through the experiences of those who live their lives in the public eye. Locklear's date with Cruise, with its mix of spontaneity, laughter, and genuine connection, allows us to believe that even in the midst of the Hollywood whirlwind, true love, or at least a truly memorable date, is possible. Everyone loves a good Hollywood story, and this one, with its unexpected twists and turns, is sure to become a tale told and retold for years to come. But the real magic of storytelling lies in its ability to spark conversations and connections. So we turn the microphone over to you, our viewers. What are your favorite celebrity dating stories? Have you ever had a date that defied expectations, a night that unfolded with a cinematic flair? Share your stories in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going.